Hi everybody, Laurie here of the Mojo Mama, where I help moms turn their shit show into their mojo. And today I'm coming to you with some top tips about gratitude that you really cannot miss. And I'm just trying to fiddle with my phone here. So let me start by telling you a couple of stories about gratitude and how this worked for me, how it can work for you, and then the three main reasons why you need to incorporate gratitude into your life. And it's such a simple practice, but a lot of people don't do it because it's so simple. I think sometimes we wake up every day and start our day and trying to maybe complicate things. So this is 2016. So in 2014, I happened to be at a local Chapters Indigo bookstore here in town. And as I was walking around with my, tea, I happened to come across a box, and it was a brown and teal colored box. And it was in the journal section where I like to hang out. Give me a hey, hallelujah if you like to hang out in the journal section. And I was there. And I was very drawn to this box. And so I went over to it and I looked at it, and it was called a gratitude practice box, okay? Or something to do with gratitude, had gratitude on it. And so I picked it up and I was like, well, this is interesting. And it was closed, so I couldn't see what was in it. So I read the description. It was just a box to help you with your gratitude practice. Now, I have heard about gratitude. I had heard about gratitude through watching Oprah for years and how she talked about writing some simple things down about gratitude. But I didn't know to the extent that what gratitude could do for you. So what happened is I told my husband for Christmas I would like that particular box, and for Christmas of that year, I received it. He's a very smart man. And I began 2015 by using this particular box and infusing a gratitude practice into my life. So what had happened is I simply opened the box, and inside were 52 thank you cards that, look something very similar to this, said thank you for whatever for being inside. Very simple. This one is a blank one. You could choose any of them. And then it had a small little booklet with some inspirational quotes. It had a place for you to write down the names of people that you were going to send these thank you notes to. And it really talked to you about reaching out and doing a gratitude practice. And so I thought, well, this is interesting. I can do this. I can write one thank you card a week for the year. And some of us sometimes, and I'm guilty of it too, we start something and then a whole year of doing it. Sometimes by the end you Twitter out. But I did do it. I'd missed a couple weeks, but I made up for it at the end of the year and sent them all out at once. And I have to tell you that there wasn't one time where I sat down and wrote in my particular card that I wasn't really moved. Every single person that I wrote to, writing that particular thank you card and thanking them for being in my life and thanking them for what they actually either did for me or taught me or whatever the situation was, I was always moved to tears. I'm like verklempt even talking about it. And I did this every week for the year of 2015, and I had incredible things happen to me in this year. And I'm not saying it's just because I wrote in a thank you card and sent them out, but there is something to it. There's something to it for sure. And so in writing those thank you cards every week, hi Brenna Lee, my life changed. And so I really wanted to come to you and talk to you about gratitude too, because we are getting to the end of the year, and this may be something that you can start today. Hi, Brenda. That's something that you can start today and something that you can do and incorporate into your life. And I'm going to give you 3 top reasons why it's scientifically proven that you should put a gratitude practice into your day. Now, I just happened to be at the hospital this morning. I was getting my knee checked. I blew out my knee a couple of weeks ago. And, I'm sitting at the fracture clinic and there's lots of people. Hi, Brenda, it's so good to see you. How are you, Mama? And so what happened is I was sitting in the fracture clinic this morning, and there was a lot of angry people. They've been waiting for a long time. They're in pain. But I want you to know that there is always somebody in that place, being the hospital, that has it worse than you. A woman came by, she was walking by, knew somebody, and they said, "Oh, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I hurt my knee." "What are you doing here?" And she was like, "Oh, my husband's in having chemo." So it really helps you to put things into perspective. And even though I was there and I've been on crutches for 2.5 weeks, there's really nothing that I can sit and complain about. And yes, is it an inconvenience? Yes, is it a little bit painful? Yes, is it a drag? Yes. But there is a silver lining and something that we can practice gratitude for every day. So in that moment, I just had a moment of gratitude that I was only there for my knee, right? So what happens is when you have something as simple as a gratitude practice, and it doesn't even have to be a card that you send, although I think snail mail is kind of going out of the wayside. I love getting something in the mail. Something that is handwritten in a note is wonderful and lovely. But maybe it's a phone call, or maybe it's, I wouldn't like this, but even if you send a text, because we seem to be a little bit too reliant on our text messages, but reaching out to someone once a week. So there is a scientific studies, and I have my notes here, that gratitude does some amazing things for you. And it's such a simple practice that it can really be done at any time, anywhere, for anyone, to anyone. And the results are fantastic. So scientifically speaking, gratitude obviously opens the door for more relationships. You might even have to be, in thinking of the 52 people that you could send your thank you cards to, you might actually be sending a card to someone and having some closure. So maybe it's not starting a new relationship, but maybe it's putting some closure to one that you've had in the past and just saying, "Thank you for teaching me about myself and, allowing me to move on," and whatever that may be. It may be cathartic and releasing for you. Just as simple as someone opening the door for you and you saying, "Thank you very much," right? And teaching your children, especially gratitude, having good manners and saying thank you and please and all of that stuff is just something simple. And your gratitude practice can be just that. It also improves your physical and psychological health. So there is a study done in 2012 that people who are more likely to take care of their health are people who are grateful. So you're grateful for your health. I tell you, I will never complain about working out again with having a bum knee for 2.5 weeks. So what are you grateful for? And it says exercise more often, and that these people who practice gratitude exercise more often, and are more likely to check up with doctors and take care of themselves, because you are in a sense of, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for cloudy days so that I appreciate sunny ones more. What are you grateful for today? And even if you just do a mental check about the top 3 things that you're grateful for every day, it can improve your life and your health, and it's scientifically proven. Another thing that it does is a leading researcher, here it says by the name of Robert E. Emmons, conducted multiple studies that link gratitude and well-being, and his research confirms that gratitude effectively increases happiness and reduces depression. So if you are, thanks Tiffany, it is so true, if you are someone who is woe is me or going through a really shitty time in your life, I encourage you to either take a moment and try and see the silver lining in what it is that you have, or bust out a thank you card, take 5 minutes out of your day and send it to somebody who needs it. It will help raise your vibration. And the last thing, or there's many things, but one of the top 3 things I wanted to share with you about a gratitude practice is that it actually helps you sleep better. So in my course, Get Your Mama Mojo Back, I teach my women all about gratitude. And I'm very excited. I'm grateful for the women who have jumped in and who are taking the course, and it starts this week, and it's kind of introductions, but really next week. And what's going to happen is they are going to infuse a gratitude practice into their day that is going to shift their life in a way that they did not expect. So one of the things we talk about is having a really great AM routine and a really great PM routine. And what that means is we are intentional about what we're doing in the morning. When we get up in the morning as moms, sometimes it's even getting up before our family, which some moms will be like, Laurie, you're crazy if you think I'm doing that. But trust me, it can happen. I was the same way. I thought the exact same way, but I did it and do it. And also about a PM routine. So I remember back in the day when Oprah was on TV and she said, keep a small journal by your bed and just, I want to show you something. And just write the 3 things that you're grateful for in a day. And I do that in the morning as part of my AM routine. But something else I found is called the 5-minute journal. And if you look inside, they call it the 5-minute journal because it literally takes you 5 minutes to fill it out. So it asks you in the morning, you start with this book and you end your day with this book. So it asks you your top three things that you're grateful for. It asks 3 things that would make this day great. And then it asks you to write a daily affirmation, all which are amazing ways to start your day. And then at night, as part of your PM routine, decompressing, getting away from the TV, getting away from electronics, which are awful for you, at least 1 hour before go to bed, turn off your electronics. It asks you to reflect upon your day. What were 3 things that made this day amazing? And how could I have made today better? All wonderful things. So it just looks like this. But it's called the 5-minute journal. I love it. It's very hard to find. My bookstore never has it, so I have to order it online. Amazon.com is amazing. But those are 3 great reasons for you to just take up a gratitude practice and start implementing it today. So again, just to recap, it helps you to sleep better. When your mind is settled at night, a lot of my moms will meditate before they go to bed, or they will journal, or again, just doing a simple gratitude practice. And if you like to write it out, you can. It is a little great gift. It is a great gift. My masterminders get that. It's a lovely gift, especially for Christmas or something that's coming up. If you have someone who you want to, to give that, it's a wonderful, wonderful gift, Brenna. So you can increase your relationships, your physical and psychological health, as well as sleeping better. And if that doesn't make you want to have a gratitude practice, I can tell you there are many other, but I wanted to give you some top 3s for today. So if you are up for it, go and grab from any store just a pack of 10 cards and start writing some out this week, 1 a week, maybe until the end of this year, and send them out to someone who has made a difference, or you want to thank, or you don't get to talk to enough, and just write them a small note. It doesn't have to be a novel. It could take you 5 minutes. Stick a stamp on it and send it away. And it not only will obviously be amazing for the person who receives it, but it will help to elevate you in a way that you could not imagine. So I encourage you all to be grateful for something for today. I encourage you all to be grateful for someone today. And I encourage you to reach out to that person today and let them know it. So thanks for joining, ladies. It was great to see you all. And I look forward to you telling me maybe how you do a great gratitude practice or how you're going to implement it. Take care.